Here. Who am I? Is this my real voice? Or is this my real voice? Is this my real voice? What is real, right? Hey, one quick question. Professor Dave, he's this, are you a professor? Check out Professor Dave. I don't even think he's a legitimate professor. He acts like the last teenager, back when I was 16, bully. I had to teach a lesson. Baba, you know what I mean? When the devil keeps on pushing, you gotta pop, pop. You know what I mean? I got a quick question for you. Why is it so many people, media, Professor Dave, check him out. He's a jewel. he's Anyway, he's caught my attention. You can check him out. Over 1 million subscribers. Quick question though, I keep digressing. Why do all these people got to start making fun of Jesus Christ? What did he do to you? Did you know him in your lifetime? You got a beef with him? He did something to you? Why is it that 90% of social media, right? 90% of comedians, they're going to start bashing Jesus Christ. And Professor Dave, he's this guy, supposedly he's proving everyone wrong for just thinking. God forbid we have a thought, but God forbid we have a thought to think that this plane of existence we're living on, the shape of it. You know what I mean? Whether it's and NASA is fake as hell. I don't care what you say. All the last footage they just sent and subjected us to for over $30 million a year we pay them. I think it's pretty disgusting. And Stockholm syndrome. There's so many people out there. They like to be told what to do and controlled. In the office here. But I tell you what, you know what I mean? I guess I'm just too old for this shit. Because, we can do a whole lot better than the way that we disagree is to just badmouth someone in a crazy way too, use crazy scathing language whenever someone has a different opinion. You know what I mean? But that's the question. What did Jesus Christ do to all these people, these entertainers, so-called, and God forbid anyone have an opinion, an alternative to what they've been telling us what is reality. And this world is a prison. This world is a prison. And whoever created, this is my 2 cents, but if you use your common sense, you'll see that whatever the power is that's truly in charge probably doesn't mind that there's suffering going on. You know what I mean? Hey, TNT, what's up? What's up, big dog? Uh, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I mean, if you look into the Bible, I'm not putting it down, but the Egyptian Book of the Dead reads like the Bible, and the Egyptian Book of the Dead was before Christ's time. So I don't think Christ said exactly what was in the Bible. You know what I mean? But if you just use a few of his commandments, like you know what I mean? I'm not a big Bible thumper either, but if you just use some commandments, like just take two of them, thou shalt not kill, let's take a few of them. Thou shalt not steal. Just basically be a good person and treat others as you would like to be treated. But there's some people that do like to be abused, but that's the devil's workshop there. So, but whatever the evil power is, could be whatever created this world. You know what I mean? Just reading the comment here. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. Is it's just interesting to me. They'll say, the Bible prophecy is going to come true. Here's a conspiracy for you. What if the same powers, the same individuals that, I mean, you think they're going to blow up the Bible and the greatest story ever made, ever told? It's on Netflix. There you go. Yay. Over 1 million views, you know, at least. You think they're going to release some information that's going to set your soul free and let you break out of being a slave? That's what it comes down to. Django Unchained, baby. And that's a damn shame. And I'm not trying to be cute or rhyme my words, but that's a fucking shame that America the Beautiful, huh? Fucking raised on death, rape, slavery, disgusting, shitting on your neighbor. Huh? Is that how Christ taught? Nah. Mm-mm. My 2 cents. I've been communicating with the same power that was talking to Christ, and you can call me crazy, but things are getting wild. You know what I mean? Last couple months have been really hard, um, but I've been seeing visions. I'll be laying down at night. Shout out to anyone else who's seen this. I'm nothing great, that's for sure, but that's what's keeping me alive for some odd reason. Is I'm struggling, through my through this place where most people don't. It's just a game. You kill someone, it's just a game. You know what I mean? You do whatever the hell you want. That's fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? Um, but I tell you what, it's getting wild. You know what I mean? Some people would like to see some visions and, when they lay down at night and they're not even, you know, I'm not talking about eating mushrooms or psychedelics. I'm tripping out. There's a blue light that has been, when I close my eyes, when I started meditating, Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, trying to capitalize on this, trying to capitalize on the pineal gland. You know what I mean? Capitalism on what God created. Good luck with that, buddy. You know what I mean? You're fucked with karma. You are fucked. But anyway, when I started meditating, started seeing this blue light, gold around the outside, slightly. Now, my visions have increased. I don't even close my eyes and I lay down and I'm trying to communicate and ask God, whatever the highest power is above the bullshit in this world, because I believe it's a demigod. There's a false god that created this plane. And I don't know. I think somehow God up there, or at least my God, or the God that cares about life and actually empathy, goodness, wholeness, you know, um, the good part of life. That's secondhand. You're not in control right now. Not in control. So I think it's kind of like the movie Thor. You know what I mean? Kind of details it out for you where the demigod, the false god, got out of hand over here, started creating all this shit, crazy technology. Just do what you want. You know what I mean? The creator of this plane is like me and my brother Fred, still trying to find him. Me and my brother Fred, we growing up on a 50-acre ranch. What we did for fun, we go play with sticks and get bruises and shit. You kids are looking at your phones, and even the adults are too. It's a fucking, an addiction. That shit's worse than alcohol. I hate to say it, worse than crack. But anyway, we would get some bugs, just throw them together, see who wins, see what happens. Let's throw this bug with this bug, fucking. All right, now let's shake it. Let's add some water. Let's fuck with them. You know what I mean? That's what's going on down here. If you use your common sense, that's what's going on down here. My 2 cents, but I'm an idiot anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was just reading your comments, brother, but it's all hearsay. It's all, no one knows what happens when you die or when you're talking to whoever created you. It may be different gods that create different souls. Because I sure as hell don't feel like I fit in here. Since I was a child, I mean, I've been wondering what the fuck is the big hype. What's the draw of being a pervert? You know what I mean? I guess I'm fucked or something because I'm 43 now and I don't have any draw towards sex. Um, Nothing. It's maddening. Actually, it's not fun. But if you've seen the movie They Live, I guess that's about me. You know what I mean? And they crucified Christ. You know what I mean? There's a few things still. There's some good gems in the Bible, but it's, if the world hated you, and I mean, if they hated me, they're gonna hate you. I mean, if you're of this world, you're not of me. You're not worthy of me. So that's where I find my solstice, my my requiem, my epiphany. That's the crescendo of the motherfucking Matrix. See, that's my saving grace, because no, I'm not gonna, I'm far beyond, you know, uh, ever thinking I'm gonna end this life. But hey, tell you what, man, one day you wake up and nothing punches your button anymore. Nothing turns you on, and you've done everything in this life, pretty much. I haven't traveled the world, 7 seas. Oh, shit. Travel the world and the 7 seas. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to get motherfucking used by you. I haven't done that. But I've traveled many dimensions. When I close my eyes, like I said, my visions are increasing. I'm sincerely wondering, is anyone else out there, when you're laying down, you're praying to the goodness and the wholeness of life, whatever that is, right? There's another power. I've had a dream, and there's something that's saving me from all these years, 43 now. I just been dumb, you know what I mean? Never hurt anyone. But there's something out there, and there's something in there as well. Like, I'm truly asking, is there anyone else that just sits down at night and you start seeing blue and gold, and there's a reason it's called royal blue, and it changes too. Turquoise, complements of blue. Turquoise, greens. Been staring at the sun. Let me ask you a question. Do dogs wear sunglasses? You see all the animals out there wearing sunglasses and sunblock and shit. And you can say, okay, they got fur and all that. Yeah. But okay, let's just look at the eyes. Okay. If the sun, that's the son of God. That's why they spray shit in the sky. And I tell you what, my lungs have been feeling better last couple days. And a huge fucking, what a coincidence. They weren't dumping shit in the air. And don't tell me what's supposed to be in the air. I've been looking up at the sky since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? And I know what the fuck is going on in New Mexico. Shame on you. Well, not you, but this government, will do New Mexico in. They're already ripping up graves and heritage. They already want to fucking, they're battling with me over, they don't even give a fuck about my dad's grave. They won't even acknowledge my dad's grave in my backyard. Huh? Get the fuck out of here with New Mexico cares and all that shit. Anyway, anyone else seeing these visions? Is there anyone out there? I'm a fucking madman. Yeah, well, that's all right. I finally realized it. The good thing is, though, I ain't as mad as all these fucking, homie said before he died, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Up in here. And they turned a man, respected his family, took care of his family. They turned him into a fucking lunatic. And the world's easy if you just don't think about it. You know what I mean? The world's easy if you just accept everything that people tell you as fact. You know what I mean? Quite an interesting predicament we are in. There's many philosophers out there in the past, though. It's hard to find them, but this world is a place of suffering. And there's no way that the God that is in control would get a kick out of all this fucking chaos. All right? Like me and my brother playing with ants. We're just the little kids, right? Silly little kids, right? And who do we look for wisdom? The parents. And then you look to the grandparents. And then you look to the great-grandparents. And then most of all, you look to Father God of goodness of life, right? But there ain't any of that anymore. You know what I mean? And I've been in, 43 years, you know what I realized? I've been a fucking idiot. And get the fuck out of here with this shit. Like, there's no mistakes. And, it's just all love. And we're all in this together. And just, no. I mean, use your common sense. You know what I mean? Fucking Masterpath, Sri Gary Olsen for the algorithm. Sri Dingleberry Canary Olsen for my algorithm. Hey, the AI, you'll get these notifications. Fucking AI will tell, hey, fucking Luke Hardscarden mentioned you. So this is for you, Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath. You dirty old fucker. You know what I mean? How dare you fucking hijack my family? You know what I mean? You ain't peddling nothing new but the slaveholders, since the slaveholders of this fucking country started shitting on the Constitution or whatever. Whenever freedom became, This is what Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath says, and this is what the world is starting to. I mean, they've been saying this shit the whole time. We're all in this together, and it's all about love. You know what I mean? The creator of this world loves you. You know what I mean? Not everyone's saying this, but they're being suppressed. Anyone who doesn't say that this is so great, oh, it's so fucking great. You know, the government sprays shit in the sky. They manipulate the weather and uh, hey, if I go against anything that people say, I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? How dare I question the NASA footage? How dare I have a fucking inkling of thought, of my own intuition, my own brain? You know what I mean? I need to keep looking up and keep asking questions to all these teachers that are not teachers. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. But Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, you know, the one of his videos, fucking, you know, the world. I mean, he says, he starts out, loved ones, you know, the divine Anami, which means the divine nameless one. Anami means nameless in Sanskrit, something like that, Hindu. All right, created this to the highest God of life, of empathy, of salvation, of freedom. And you're telling me that this is what your guide told you? You know, that love is all there is, joy, compassion, uh, and that's all. There is no good, there is no evil. You know what I mean? They fucking just blend all this shit together. Oh, light is dark, light is dark, you know, just, I mean, light and dark isn't even, it's nothing. But evil and good, that's something. You know what I mean? I love the night because I don't hear all this fucking noise from the world. You know what I mean? If you were a Pisces, you'll understand. And everything means something. Astrologically, it's all, hey, it's all intricate. It's all intricate, but I tell you what, I think this world was created initially not for freedom. I mean not for freedom, excuse me. For freedom, not all the slavery bullshit. Initially. But the demigod got out of control. That's why I won't hire anyone. I say fuck it with my business, you know what I mean? I'm done with the tax and shit. But that's what happened. God hired someone. Fucking got out of control, started acting like a dumbass. Satan, the devil, whatever. I mean, hey, I tell you what, the devil got to be scared of me or something. All right? Because I've seen visions and I've encountered some darkness, but the devil's got to be scared of me right now. I used to have these dreams all the time, and I think it's connected to fucking Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath. He's the peddler of the devil. He's an evil fuck. And his time is coming. You know what I mean? There's no loyalty amongst thieves. There's no loyalty amongst evil. And it's the age of Aquarius. Your time is coming, you stupid fuck. That's why all these actors, Hollywood, all this fucking bullshit being exposed, right? Everyone's just obsessed with exposing and scrutinizing and looking into this and that and fucking debating this and that. Yeah. And while we're fucking arguing about the shape of the plane we're on, children are suffering. Those that can't defend themselves are suffering. You stupid, you're the stupid fucks. Huh. You know what I mean? While you're having fun acting like you're in high school, I got news for you. There's a fucking war around you. You know, the movie They Live, that's so far from reality. You know why? Because there's only a few people that, they think waking up is, oh shit. Well, holy shit. Well, let's just debate the shape of the plane we're on. Let's do that for about, 10, 20 years. Fuck it. All these distractions, you know what I mean? Right? And I was in that for a while. And I don't know what happened, but I'm losing my fucking mind because I woke up one day and I don't have anything that's going to punch my ticket. I'm ready just to, hey, I'm not going to end my life because I'm not going to leave these dogs and puppies over here that no one else gives a fuck about astray. All right. So, and I'm going to keep, my small music influence, which doesn't even fucking matter really. But that's all right because the world likes evil shit. My music isn't about evil and hurting people. It's a different vibration. So, I mean, it'll never be popular, but that's okay. I never wanted to do music for that anyway. Just enough to have a roof over my head. I got that now. But I tell you what, we got some deception we're living in. It's got levels. And I'm a dumbass, for everything I've done up to now. I'm still tripping and being a dumbass with whatever the sacredness of life initially is. We fall from heaven, I believe. But some of us, and I've been there before too, but you just keep thinking about negative shit and for the sake of negative, not to be not to defend yourself, but you just start dwelling on that shit and start getting, that's why a lot of drugs are popular because they invoke, same with social media, they invoke all these perversions and digressions from what life really is, I think. Now, if I could live it all again, I would have gave my high school girlfriend, Kaylina, another chance when, there's news that she cheated on me, and this beautiful half Cherokee, I think she had a little Navajo in her too. Anglo. I don't know. She's part native, pardon my naivete on that, but grew up on, grew up by some reservations. But if I could take it all back, I should have just, and I should have stuck with that high school girlfriend and just, I mean, she was a good one. We all make mistakes. But anyway, to not, not to digress, but I mean, it doesn't give a fuck. I'm just talking to myself here and the AI and hi Grok. What a name for AI, that shit. Holy shit. If I had a son, I wouldn't name him Grok. And that's the point. If I could take it all back, get married, have the picket fence, have some good kids and family and life. That's what it's all about. And once you know, they're trying to destroy all that. Many attacks. But it's a slow kill. Imagine a prison where the suffering doesn't come immediately. But it's a slow kill. It's a slow takeover on your mind, on your body. Start attacking it. It's like me, There's a few people out there I thought, if I really wanted to be clever, instead of hassling with collections, these people owe me money. They won't pay me for a good fucking, deed. I took care of their mice in their house. We agreed on a payment and they backtrack on that. It's a good thing we're not in the Wild West, because I believe in reincarnation. And I tell you what, I was a badass cowboy. I would have shot you dead. Draw a bastard, you know what I mean? In God's name, of course. But if you're going to steal from me, you might as well say you're going to kill me. Because when you steal from me, you're taking from my livelihood. You know what I mean? But those are some fuck times though too. Cowboy days. Holy shit, huh? Anyone else out there though feel this way? Let me know, because I kind of feel like I'm Jim Carrey in the Truman Show. Holy shit with the Jim Carrey thing. Holy shit. Wow. But there's many others people ain't talking about either. Hmm? But I feel like the Truman Show, What happens when nothing, there's that scene in the Truman Show, his friend just keeps giving him alcohol to distract him, women, shit like that. But all this, it just keeps pulling on him, the greater truth. I mean, to dissect of what's really going on in life, that'll drive you mad. And my dad used to say too, don't ever meet your idols. I mean, and that's only half true. But that's almost like don't ever see the other side of a person. Um, we all have that shadow. And like Terence McKenna said, we each have the propensity to be archaic or demonic. We can be an angel, nothing cheesy there, or we can be a demon. And trying to be an angel, that's the way to go. That's the way to go, because I tell you what, being negative, it doesn't pay off. I guess I've been eating the tetrahedric truffles, the sacred fungi for too long, and I just broke through. And all of a sudden, holy shit. And it's funny because Sri Gary Olsen, Masterpath, he talks about waking up when your third eye opens. You don't know nothing about that. Your third eye opens, you're going to see all the suffering in this world. It's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And if you have astrological influences, hey, you got that on top of it. I was born 3/13, 1983 at 3 something in the morning. I'm a full-blown Pisces. I even had this one beautiful girl one time. We went out on a date. She goes, she's really into astrological signs, very educated. She went and researched my sign after a good lunch. She goes, I'm not making this up. She goes, I can't date you. I can't do that. You got all this fire coming from you. It's too much. Oh shit! Glad I can laugh about it now, but this is, it's like a Seinfeld episode. Um, Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. That's when some good sitcoms were available instead of all this fucking trash, and you're just talking about ass and farts and sex and drugs and violence, and get the fuck out of here with that garbage. You know what I mean? Um, uh, but yeah, Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, what, you don't know nothing about it. Story of Buddha. He can no longer sit in his palace once he saw the outside world and the suffering. It's almost like, it's an analogy because he felt the suffering inside, but he's seen it too firsthand. And these people, Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, how dare you say that this world is full of joy and all this shit, and then you say that someone dying on the street and just all drugged out, whatever, just that's their karma. That's their karma. Holy shit. How fucking heartless are you? You know what I mean? I still got this huge bone to pick, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll be having this battle for a while. You know, there's no time and space. I'll see you in my astral body and my light body. You know what I mean? I'll be talking to Christ, and he's gonna be pissed off at you for being a heartless bastard, controlling my family. But it ain't nothing new. This is what the world does. You know, for one Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, there's a million other fuckheads. Uh, and you know, cussing. You know, it's not very complimentary. You know, I agree. It's not working on that. But what the hell, man? You know, I mean, you're insane, and I'm going insane because I'm thinking about, and I see all this, and it's, you know, they're all acting the same. Uh, and not a Bible thumper, but the story of Christ just it concludes it. The story of Buddha, you know. I mean, and that's totally insane to think that the creator of this world is just all loving and full of compassion, it and it's catching on. I tell you what, it is catching on. Where violence, that's why it's all on the TV and shit, because it, you know, let's get them accustomed to it, acclimated to it. Stockholm syndrome. It's crazy because Sri Gary Olsen Masterpath, he's a fucking holy shit. You need to see a psychiatrist. I'm seeing one right now. I can recommend you, by the way, to someone good. Good gentleman. Hey, but I'm not up there saying I'm God and I'm the messenger of God, and you know. But but holy shit, what kind of predicament are we in where we go to a holy man and they're telling us that there ain't no difference between violence and love, and violence is love, and sex is love, and oppression is love. Holy shit, love is really getting. How many YouTubers out there they say, I love you guys, please subscribe. Fuck you. Don't ever say you love me. You don't even fucking know me. And if you really knew me, you probably wouldn't love me. Because I know me. And I'm a failed fucking human. And this is a failed fucking experiment. You know? whatever the fucking evil power of this world. It's like a mob boss, Scarface, explosion in your face, destruction. Destruction has nowhere to go except more destruction. Evil, evil, evil. And then all of a sudden, bam, there ain't nothing to destroy anymore. And there you go. Huh? And I tell you what, too, it's not about, it's not what you consume, it's what comes out of you. Gnostic parable. Gospel of Thomas. Even that's tainted too. Everything's fucked with. Someone fucked with it. It's a given. There's always that fucker. That dirty bastard. You know what I mean? You're trying to be, like when I was in high school, I'm the most chill guy ever. I don't look at different races differently. We got the natives over here, the Zuni, the Navajo. But there's this one white boy, 3 fucking years. He made it clear that he hates me. And I walked up to him a couple inches. I said, well, a couple feet. Hey, why do you hate me? I mean, what did I do to you? And this is the same point I had starting this fucking life. What did Jesus Christ do to you? You got to start talking shit about him all the time. That's got to be part of your language when you're cursing. You got to start making fun of him. Holy shit. You know what I mean? But this fucking bully kept doing it. And I tell you what, that shit backfired on him big time. You know what I mean? He wasn't, and this is nothing to brag about, but when you keep pushing, shit's gonna come back on you. And that's the whole point of evil. You keep pushing, shit comes back, another war, more people dead, more collateral damage, right? More collateral, more children, more animals, more people that don't even, they don't give a fuck about your war, right? Good news was, for me, is I didn't involve anyone in my war. You know what I mean? And I made it clear to him to never lay a hand on me again. Same with Ray Hartwig. Just check out, this means nothing to anyone out there, but hey, Ray Hartwig, principal, Twin Buttes. This is for all you students out there, over in Twin Buttes, Zuni. You love him so much, Ray. He's been a great teacher. Oh, he's so nice. And yeah, you don't fucking know him like I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. To be beaten with a 3-foot stick. You don't know him like I do. But this is his time's coming too. But last time he fucked with me, he was choking me out before a Masterpath Sri Gary Olsen meeting. Okay, so supposedly he's going over there to talk to the divine source of God. All love, beauty, understanding everything, right? And he's choking me out. A little kid choking out a little kid before your meeting. And I tell you what, you know what happened to him? I got my legs right up underneath the 6-foot fucking fat bastard, and I popped him right off me. Pop. And as soon as he pushed back on the evil force, they are the worst crybabies. They'll call you a baby, a wimp, a crybaby. But as soon as you push back, holy shit. Like that bully in high school, he was freaked out when I pushed back. When he didn't get one hit on me and his head was bleeding and he didn't know what the hell was going on. And then he had to cheap shot me later in the hallway. I'll give him that. But I let him hit my nose. That's all right. I was done with the war at that point, But I still won. The ladies came in, took me to the nurses. I had all these ladies supporting me. And that's my saving grace too, because I have the children, I have the ladies, I have these others that don't have a voice. They're on my side. You know what I mean? That's my saving grace, and that's God's side. God's side, maybe not showing all strength at this time. You got control over this bullshit. But after that, I came back. I was expelled. They almost sent me to juvie for defending myself. But the parents knew somehow. But this is not just somehow. This is a higher power that was looking out for me above all this being abused all the time, just disgusting shit, having to defend for myself. I came back and they respected me. And after I pushed Ray Hartwig off of me, holy shit, his eyes got so wide, like a deer in the headlights. I mean, a deer is more sacred, though. And it never fucked with me again. And that's what you have to do. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that we got to do this in the world. Where we're just trying to live and survive and shit. It's a damn shame we got to fight for clean water. Time will come, though. Time will come. Time will come. Be all right.